Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so today I wanted to take a look at a couple new themes that have just recently dropped into the Emulation Station themes gallery. So, before we really take a look at these two themes, I'm already in one of them, which is the Superdisplay. I'm going to show you how you can download these real quick. So you're going to want to make sure you go to Retropie configuration, and what you need to do is go to Retropie setup. Let her load up. And then in here you see I'm on version 4.2.14. So if you were on version 0.13, the previous version, all you need to do is update your Retropie setup script. If you're on a version earlier than that, you may have to update Emulationstation. You can either update all your installed packages, do a basic install, or you can just go to Manage Packages, go to Manage Core Packages, and update Emulationstation. If that doesn't work for you, then go ahead and do a basic install or update all installed packages. But that should be all that you need to do. All I needed to do was to update the Retropie setup script because I was on 0.13, the previous version, and everything was able to be downloaded. So once you have that done, you're going to go ahead and back out of there. Perform a reboot if you so choose. Doesn't really matter at this moment, but next you will go to ES Themes in your Retropie configuration screen. Click A on that. Let that bad boy load up. And then now, these themes, like I've said plenty of times, usually when we have new themes, they're listed toward the bottom. So now we have our PlayStation and our Superdisplay screen. I've already done a video on Magazine Madness, Mario Blue, the GBZ 35 Retrorama Showcase Maximus Pi. I've pretty much done a video on all these other than Royal Primicia. For some reason, we've been having a lot of issues with Emulationstation lately. I'm still having issues with the white screen and all that, even adjusting the VRAM. I've been having issues. But when I have that Royal Primicia, there's something going on with Emulationstation that's making it where that theme will not work at all for me. So I'm not even going to bother with it. But today we're looking at PlayStation and Superdisplay. Hopefully we can get these Emulationstation issues squared away because it's kind of driving me nuts. And everything's like loading slower and you get the white screen. I don't know, but so after you've done that and you've downloaded those themes, this is how you'll make sure you got it set. Go to UI settings, you'll press start, go to UI settings, and then go to theme set and choose which theme you want. Back out and your theme will load up. Usually takes a second. Right now I have my transition style on instant. You can also put that to slide or fade. I like instant because it's quicker. With some themes it looks better on slide or fade, but mostly I've been sticking to instant because I don't want to play around. I just want it to instantly transition, you know what I'm saying? Game view style, I leave it to automatic. If the theme supports video and all that stuff, it'll automatically be formatted properly for it. If you go to video and it's a theme that wasn't necessarily designed for video, it may implement it for you, but it won't, doesn't always look correct. I just leave it to automatic, and usually I'm fine with everything coming up off of my game lists that I have and how I have them set up. So let's go ahead and take a look. We do have game collections on. I do have the all games favorites and last played. I find them very useful. You just want to make sure you have a check mark on them. If the theme supports them, they'll show up. If the theme doesn't support them, it'll give you a warning. And if you just decide to say, screw it, I want to use them anyway, it's going to make the theme not look correct. So you want to make sure the theme supports them. And this theme does support them from what I understand. But going through, we do have the vertical scrolling on our wheel art, which is pretty awesome. Like I've said previously, I really dig that because I can see, what systems are coming up and like, oh, okay, Ports is up there. Oh, okay, Nintendo's up there, and I can scroll a little easier going through. And then going through the system here, you do get that spiffy, little artwork with your video playing in the background if you have it set up for videos, which I do at the moment. Not everything, I don't have everything formatted properly. I'm still working on that on this image, but for the most part, everything loads up fine and looks good. Going through this, the only thing is with the background art on some of the displays we have here, with the white font, it can make it a little hard to read, and then make some of the special information about the game hard to read. Like this game, for example, I do have the game information on my game list file, but you can't read it because the background's kind of white right there, and it's showing up. So that's one thing that I point out there. You could probably edit that and change that down to what you like, if you're so inclined and know how to manipulate, the theme files. But overall, it's not bad. It's just a couple of them I noticed it's hard to read. Like this one's not too bad, with the white font. We have the SG-1000 in the background, and the system was white. So, part of the letters go over that, but it's still readable because you're still getting most of it off of the system, and the parts that are on the system are white enough to where it's a different shade of white, I guess. I don't know. But you can still read the game name and scroll through, and read the game information at the bottom. So it's just kind of up to personal preference, I would say. With this, I do like, you get your logo of the game up top if you have that all set up. Your game information, everything's good to go. You get the artwork, kind of overlaid on top of the video, which I kind of like that. It breaks it up a little bit. Sometimes it's too clean when everything's just sharp and straight edged. I like when they do stuff like this, and it just kind of makes it a little unique. I'm not saying necessarily that you have to have artwork covering the videos, because there's a lot of themes that don't do that are just flipping awesome. But I think with some themes, it kind of mixes it up and makes it its own anyway. But yeah, going through here, this is reminiscent of like a hyperspin, hyperpie type artwork that's being used. Really spiffy. I like the way it looks. We're getting some slowdown on the transitions here, and I think it's just these bugs within Emulationstation at the moment. There's something going on that's kind of wrecking our time. But I find if you only load up, if you find a theme that you like and you just uninstall all the other themes and just leave that theme, I've been having a better time with Emulationstation with these issues that have been occurring lately. So I just wanted to point that out. On builds that I use for myself, I'll just leave one or two themes on there, and it doesn't seem like I have too many issues. And then we do have, like I said, we do have support for our all games and our favorites. And I do dig, this style with that background is pretty cool. You're getting everything thrown on there. It's very readable. Tells you what system the game is for. It's kind of cut off a little bit due to the font size, but that's all right. And favorites, just like, we know how favorites works. You press Y on your game, like such, 1-on-1. We want to go ahead and press Y. And it's going to say add it to our favorites, and then we scroll back up, go to our favorites, and that game's going to be in there. So I'm digging this theme. I'm wishing we didn't have these little bugs going on. But I do like this. Maybe a few little tweaks would really make me like it even more. But I think this is really going to pop for a lot of people, just the style and the colors and whatnot. It's very, very slick in my opinion. Very slick. So let's go ahead and take a look at the PlayStation theme. Hopefully she loads up properly. Hopefully we're not having an issue with Emulationstation, during this video. Okay, so here we go. Now with this, I haven't dug through the files to see what systems are supported, but a lot of systems are not supported. I know that, like SCUM and whatnot, Super Famicom. Maybe at some point it'll be updated. TurboGrafx 16 CD is not on there. You have most of your popular stuff, and what this one is reminiscent of the old school PlayStation, like memory screen that you would manipulate your memory through. So it's a pretty clean, very basic theme. Um, good if you just if you want something for a PlayStation build. I like it. I think it's pretty neat. But I mean, I'm always honest. These two themes that I just showed, I think they're very neat, but I'm not going to use them. I mean, they're just not for me. I have my favorites right now, but I could see people wanting to be interested in this. This would be cool for a PlayStation 1 build. I have a build that I use. I think this is slick, but it's not for me in the sense. I mean, I like it, but I think it's just not my style. I don't know. Maybe at some point I'll change my mind. Same thing with the Superdisplay. I like it, but I have my favorites right now. So it's not knocking either of these two themes. It's just for my taste right now. I have my favorites, and these two will be kept in mind, and I may revisit them, especially when this one has more systems supported. And I do like the nostalgia behind this with what it's based off of, but there's just so many. I mean, these guys are slamming it out. There's too many damn themes out there, so it's making it hard to decide. But we have options, so hopefully this video was helpful to you. Hopefully you've seen something new that you may be interested in. And I just wanted to do that, give you guys a heads up. You can go download these, check them out. Lots of cool themes out there, so definitely peep all that out. With that said, appreciate you guys. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And you know what? I will catch you next time. Boom.